Okay, so here we are back in the office, and here it is, my little Mavic Pro that could. The one that you saw hit the concrete and land in the water from 20 feet above. I think one of the things that helped save it was it's got a carbon fiber wrap. I don't know if you're familiar with the Max Mod kit that when the first Mavic came out was offered by a company called Drone World, and they offer this carbon fiber wrap to help protect your drone. You know, it's a big kit. You got extra antennas, you can do antenna swaps and all that stuff with your Mavic. But anyway, this fell from 20 feet, and the only damage that I suffered is if you look right here where this little paper tab is, trying to get to focus, you see this paper tab? There's actually a plastic tab on this part of the drone right here that keeps this leg from going up too far. It stops it right there, okay? On this side, this tab actually broke up and the leg was bent up. So what I had to do was super glue it back, and then I just took this little piece of paper and super glued it where the crack was, just to act as like a stiffener to keep this leg from going back up. And I don't want to test it too much because I really don't want to break it. But other than that, just had a little prop damage. Let me find the props for you. On this prop right here, you can see just took a chip here, broke the tip off. And then on this prop right here, took both tips off. And that was it, other than it landing in the water. Now what I did to dry it out was, I immediately just got a big gallon-sized bag and I threw the drone in there and I filled it up with rice. And I let it sit for over 24 hours in the rice. And I'd heard that it wasn't a good idea to just put your drone straight into rice. Like you needed to put it in like some kind of like a pillowcase or a sock or something to protect it from the rice. But I was in a rush, so I just hurried up and did that. And let me tell you, to get all the rice out is a freaking nightmare. It still has a couple pieces in there. When you shake it, it rattles. And I pulled the bottom plate off, which is also a heat sink, in order to shake a lot of the rice out. But what you have to be careful of when you do that is they have thermal paste on the processors and stuff that touches that plate. And if you take it off, you've ruined that thermal paste. Well, I'm out here in the Gulf of Mexico, basically, and I have no thermal paste. So what I had to use was Never Seas, which is basically a grease with like aluminum powder or copper powder inside of it. And upon doing research on Google, of course, I found out that Never Seas actually works better than expensive thermal paste. So I got lucky on that. So I just put the Never Seas on there, put the bottom plate back on. The drone works perfectly, works fine. I actually took it for a test flight today and had no issues whatsoever. So anyway, that's just the quick update on the drone and what happened to it. And as always, I'm SteveWB, and I'm out.